So the other side is what we call postnatal depression. It's postnatal because it goes beyond the postpartum period. Earlier on, we said that the postpartum is 6 weeks after delivery. But the postnatal period, up to about 6 months after delivery, some women can come down with a major depressive episode. Here, the symptoms that the woman would notice is that she has a low appetite. Her appetite is really poor. She continues to have sleep disturbances. I mean, you may say that once you have a baby, you can't sleep, but we are talking about inability to sleep, even when there's time to sleep. Maybe you have some 4 hours, you could have, had some good rest, but you are not able to sleep. And then they realize that they don't have interest in things that, previously they found very interesting. They've lost all interest in things. Things just seem to be bland. It's like everything, is sort of not interesting. There's nothing exciting them, They notice that they become socially withdrawn. So for women like that, family that's living with them will start complaining. You're always in the room, they be out them, and all that. So they're always keeping to themselves. They cannot really find any reason why. It's not like there's a reason they can give you an explanation for why they are behaving that way. But and then they also have low energy. They don't have energy to go about their daily activities. Sometimes activities of daily living, such as bathing, taking care of the baby, and things like that, becomes extremely difficult for them. And so when somebody experiences these things, when we put all the symptoms together, and of course low mood because it's depression, when we put all the symptoms together, then we can say that this person, is suffering from depression. And because it's in the postpartum period, well, it has gone beyond the postpartum period, 6 months, up to about 6 months after delivery, we call it postnatal depression, because it's related to the baby and birth.
Are they aware they are depressed?
Well, some people have awareness, so some people can tell. They can say that no, I mean, things are different. That's not how I used to be, and all that. So some people will be aware, and they can easily share that this is what's going on. This is not my usual self. Something could be going on. Other people too may not really be aware. And that's because, not that they are not aware of how they are feeling, but the awareness that this is depression, this is something,
So they may be aware that something has changed, but they don't know that it is called depression.
And so they may not seek the help that, they need. And it's all because they don't have the knowledge. It's the lack of education.
Are there some people who are more prone to this postnatal depression? Like, are there people who have certain risk factors?
Yes, certainly. For any person who has had postnatal depression before, I mean, your chances of getting another one is increased compared to someone who has never had postnatal depression. And for anybody who has a positive family history or a positive personal history of depression, so this is unrelated to pregnancy, but you've been diagnosed, or someone in your family has had depression before, your chances of getting postnatal depression increases more than the next person without any history like that. Single parenthood is also another risk factor. I mean, I guess we can understand. Another risk factor is that older maternal age is also another risk factor.
But I would think that the older you are, the more matured you are, so you would be able to cater for this child. So, well, there's that maturity which can be there, but for some women, an older maternal age is more difficult. You don't have the physical strength for all these things that's going on. For some people, that is, I don't know about you, but I've heard mothers who had children earlier, like say in their early 20s, and then there was a break, and then they have another child somewhere in their 30s, and they're always saying that it's more difficult when you are older. So yes, you may have some maturity. Perhaps you may even be more financially stable, but there are some physical, demands that may not favor the older maternal age compared to somebody who is younger. That doesn't mean that anybody who is older would have postnatal depression, but it's just a risk factor. They are more likely to have it.
Or we will not say, their risk increases.
Yes.